Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Will back with another video for DFS Army. Gonna be going over the MLB Sunday, June 18th slate. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there, and hope we do make some money on this special day. Looking back at the video for Saturday, Acuna, he missed. The Braves put up, I think, 10 runs, and somehow he just didn't get there as the best hitter. Just an odd kind of performance there. For Bichette, I talked about how he's a better player on UD. He ended up hitting on UD, but pushed on Prizepicks. And then for third one, Nolan Gorman, he dropped a sixth in the batting order, which was unexpected. And kind of like Matt Wilson on Friday, just a random drop from this 2 hole to the 5th hole. A difference like that, it just changed the pick entirely. The odds are going to be a lot worse. So, yeah, if I knew that, I was definitely not going to be taking Nolan Gorman. So, just an unfortunate lineup change there. Now, for today's video, I mean, I had so many props that I was going to take or recommend in this video, but everything's just getting bumped right now. George Springer, he was the first one under 7.5. Obviously, not going to be giving you guys these, but if you're fine taking bumps, I personally do not suggest playing any bumps for almost every single play, honestly, unless it's an outrageous line. I'm not taking this anymore. Under 7.5 was a play. Kyle Tucker over 7, that was a play, but he has also been bumped 0.5. And then Adley Rushman 7 over 7, now 7.5. So other guy that I do not suggest taking. But those are the 3 MLB guys. Also a KBO prop, but yeah, just unfortunate. Everything's getting bumped for whatever reason by Prizepicks for tonight on Saturday night. But we still got 4 picks here. Did like the slate a lot, so hopefully we do hit these props. Posted them all in the DFS Army Discord already, so people were able to beat the bumps, and that's just the benefit of being a member here. But for these free picks, I'm still trying to give you guys 4, and I do have 4. Let's get into it now. The first one, this is going to be my favorite play of the video. Christian Yelich over 7.5 fantasy score, taking on Luis Ortiz. So looking at Ortiz, I mean, you just look at these numbers and he is not good. He's awful, to be honest. Expected ERA of over 7, so he's been lucky so far, and it's kind of tough because he hasn't been good, and the results or the expected stats say that he should be far worse than that. So, gotta be targeting him here. Christian Yelich, he is a left-handed hitter, and Ortiz is struggling mightily. He's walking on average a batter every inning for lefties, so very bad. And a 2.69 whip is insanely terrible. Looking at the pitch types that he throws to lefties, so you're just gonna see fastball, slider, and changeup mostly. And then taking a look at Yelich, he's been a very good hitter. We're seeing signs that he's kind of finding his form again. And those pitches, so the fastball, the change, and it was the slider. Fastball, change, and slider. So slider, he hasn't been getting this year. Fastball, changeup, 2 of the best pitches actually that he's been hitting this year. But you look at the slider, he's been having good years in the past against that pitch. So I'm not really going to put too much weight into this. Have a negative run value. We're not even halfway through the season yet, and just the struggles of Ortiz against left-handed batters. Yelich, you should bat first because it is a left-handed on the mound. And the Brewers are playing at home, Pittsburgh. They're not a bad team at all, but Ortiz is certainly not a good starter, and the odds definitely do point to Yelich having a good game here. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That line is a minus 160 for Yelich, or minus 150. Yeah, minus 150. My bad, I was looking at Trout. And then for walks, it's a minus 195 for the over. So he's projected to get a walk. It's actually insane if he doesn't get a walk. That's just how great of a matchup this is. And then for stolen base, it's plus 220, which is a big thing and why I really do like this prop even more. Christian Yelich is running a lot more. That has to do with, he has the speed to do it, but also the rule changes, and that's benefiting him a lot. He's running a lot more, and a plus 220 for Yelich. I mean, you think about guys that steal bases a ton, like Ronald Acuna, he's plus 245, and Yelich just better stolen base odds than Acuna. That is definitely something that I don't think we've seen this year. So very big thing really for here for Yelich. Stolen bases are plus 5, so if he were to single, steal second, he's already over this. So Again, just absolutely love this one. My favorite play for this video. And the next one, Trout. He is the second play here over some. Well, he just got bumped. I do not suggest taking bumps at all, so he would not be an official play. But let me just. I will find something else, but I'll just move on to the next one. Hopefully that didn't get bumped yet. Gunnar Henderson. Okay, over 6.5 for Henderson. So I originally had Adley Rutschman here over 7, but I, of course, had to switch that because of the bump. I never play bumps. Henderson over 6.5. So Henderson taking on Jameson Taillon. And Henderson, he is a big-time prospect. He's definitely playing a lot better. He's the leadoff hitter now with Cedric Mullins hurt. And Taillon, similar to Ortiz, a right-handed pitcher who just does not do well against lefties. Splits very extreme with the home runs, the whip, and the walks. So his odds, Henderson, his odds here. He actually does have a little bit of speed, but he's plus 700 stolen base, so obviously not great. His runs RBIs is minus 140, and then for walks, pretty good at plus 115. So not a bad spot at all. You look at the pitch types that he will face: fastball, cutter, and curve. Fastball, cut, curve. So nothing negative in terms of the run value. His expected stats actually show that he's going to do better against the fastball. And considering he was hitting that ball really well last season, I do like this spot in terms of the pitch types. Just the splits here for Taillon and Henderson fit really well. And then one of the concerns why I did favor Adley was if a left-handed pitcher was brought in. And I think the odds of that happening are pretty high. The Cubs, I think they only have one lefty in the pen, but he didn't pitch on Saturday, and he only threw 14 on Thursday. So I think he's going to come in. I forgot his name, but he's a lefty. And you look at the Orioles lineup, how they construct this, it's a lot of lefties at the top. Rutschman is a hitter, or a better hitter facing off against right-handed pitchers. So you also want a lefty there. Santander is the opposite, but O'Hearn is right there. So Santander's going to have the platoon advantage no matter what. And I expect if Henderson were to lead off inning, that they're going to have a left-handed pitcher up. So that is the concern for me about this one. But it is good to see that they did still bat Henderson, I think, third against Yusei Kikuchi when I think it was Thursday. So they are trying to let Henderson hit lefties, left-handed pitchers. He's not great at it, as you can see. Just higher K rates, not power. No extra base hits actually this year, and he was getting pinch hit for it. But I think the Baltimore, they realized that if this guy's going to be their future player, that he definitely needs the reps against left-handed pitchers. So I think this is totally fine. I don't think the pinch hit risk is going to be extreme unless it's like a close game in the bottom of or top of the 8th, top of the 9th with runners in scoring position or something, that they would opt to go that route. But I'm going to take Henderson at 6.5. I think this is a good spot against Taillon. Just too low, honestly. And he was actually at 7 and got bumped down. Again, box score watchers, it's a great matchup. So it's going to be on the over here. And then the third play is going to go, we're going to go to the pitchers. Okay, he's still here. Patrick Corbin, under 4.5 Ks. So Patrick Corbin, he has not been the same for a while now. 7th percentile in Ks, low whiff, low chase rates. And he's just been bad. Also a pitcher that's been kind of lucky. And Corbin here taking on the Marlins. So the Marlins against the left-handed pitchers, they have the 7th, tied for 7th lowest K rate against left-handed pitchers in the last month. So not the best spot for Corbin to rack up Ks. He's not that type of guy, as you can see with his numbers, but in the matchup as well, it's a bottom third in terms of Ks for the Marlins. So it should not be a great spot for him. And then when you do look at the odds, currently at minus 125 on the under, but for pitchers, it's important to note that these odds will change a lot, possibly, depending on the lineups. And even without the lineups, like in the morning of the day, the slate, that the odds are changing. So yeah, Corbin, his odds, I would expect them to improve on the under, so more juice on there. Probably can go to like minus 140 or something, possibly even bump to 4. And that's just because overnight the odds will change, and you're gonna see honestly a lot of the K props. That's why these lines do move. That's why we try to predict what's gonna happen, because we can look at all the stats. So here with the Marlins, obviously that's the reasoning about Corbin. So under 4.5 for him against Marlins. Do think this could get bumped at 4. Hopefully, it is Sunday. A big thing that I do have to mention: guys do get rest on Sunday. A lot of the times teams just say, hey, it's Sunday, let's rest our best guys. Especially catchers. So if Adley, well, now that he's bumped to 7.5 is not a play, but guys like Adley, catchers especially, they will get days off. But regular hitters, even if they've played the whole week or longer than a week, we could definitely see guys get a day off. So like Luis Arraez, I'm honestly a little bit concerned because it is a lefty-lefty matchup. He doesn't strike out a ton against anyone, but when it's Sunday, these type of concerns do raise. So that's gonna be the third play, and yeah, I was trying to give you guys 4, so I'm just gonna try to like find another one, but these ones I didn't like as much, so I'll probably just go with Stephen Kwan. Over 7 here against Zach Davies. Leadoff hitter against Davies. Davies is not a great pitcher. Just gonna pull up the stats to make sure that I'm kind of just not rambling. Kwan, he's kind of the annoying type of hitter where he's just gonna not strike out, get on base, hit for contact guy. So a very bad hard hit barrel, but he has the base. He has the ability to steal one, and then he's gonna come home. He's basically a table setter for this Guardians team. Zach Davies, poor pitcher, doesn't get anybody out, honestly. Splits, I think he's kind of like average. Both sides, yeah, I actually gave him more power to righties last year. He throws a ton of pitches, I believe, yeah. Kwan, his odds, let me just pull it up to be sure here. So, hits, runs, and RBIs, he is pretty favored over the 1.5, yeah, minus 160, very good. And that's actually the same as Trout. And then the stolen base odds, plus 360. Honestly, not bad because Diamondbacks, they do have Gabriel Moreno, who is one of the better arms in stopping stolen bases, and then walks plus 135. So Moreno, if he is out, then I would expect these odds to improve, but I'm perfectly fine taking this. They actually think Moreno's not going to catch, probably because of the Sunday thing. So Carson Kelly, let me just make sure I'm not mistaking anything here. Gabriel Moreno is the best catcher in terms of stopping stolen bases to second. So that would be a huge bump. Not sure if the odds are actually factoring this in, but yeah, and it's projected to be Carson Kelly, who I believe is negative. Yeah, -1 for this season, only on 5 attempts still. Let me just make sure. Last year, -1 as well. So yeah, like this is a very big deal if Carson Kelly ends up catching over Gabriel Moreno. So important thing to check back on. This is an afternoon game, so Kwan could actually be a very good play, but because of the bumps, all the craziness in this video is actually going longer than usual, but gonna be going with these 4 picks. So Yelich over 7.5. The favorite play for this video, over 6.5 for Henderson, under 4.5 Ks for Corbin, and over 7 fantasy score for Stephen Kwan. So that is going to be it for this video. 4 plays for this Father's Day. Hopefully you guys do enjoy your Sunday, and good luck on this slate. Let's make some money, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.